Following Green Build this year, we've talked with the sector and they said, can we have a permanent location where we can meet the public and do this again? And so we decided, that's what a great idea. And perhaps we can build something that represents the sector in Cornwall. We decided to call it the Green Build Cornwall Foundation. Well, it's going to be somewhere on the Eden project, and we want basically the academic sector and the productive sector, the green building sector in Cornwall, that have great products that they want to get in the public's face. We want them to realise it's worth their while getting involved and joining us on this project. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like because that's site dependent and we're negotiating over the most appropriate site. But bearing that in mind, it's going to be an experimental testbed of everything that's best in Cornwall. Bring your talent, bring your materials, bring your expertise, contribute it to a collaboration that we're asking you to do so, and basically have an open book system that people can bring their experiments, bring their innovations, bring their products, and we can trial them, monitor them, and actually get the information out to the public. So it's an open book, open door situation.
Actually, the real relevance of it is in how much can it inspire changes of thought about everyday living and the creation of homes and the building of healthy communities from it. One of the things that's rather easy to lay at Eden's door is you built this wonderful, palace to the future, but there isn't that much evidence of how you see that the future might unfold. It's more of a sort of statement in time, and I think what this will give us will be something that is, it's obviously iterative, it's a Ponzi word, it's evolving in front of your very eyes. And I think it will also, I know it's a strange thing to say, but I think for an awful lot of professionals, it will sharpen up their game to know that the stuff that they are producing is going to be put in front of so many people, and they won't be able to hide, so you've got to prove that you're good.
Even if you ignore other more controversial issues like peak oil and rising energy prices, these are the fundamental frameworks that are undeniable. What I think is really interesting about this is looking at location, looking at a location-specific project, because that's what we've got to do. Through vernacular architecture always grew from location. And if sustainable design is going to be about buildings that have less carbon embodied as well as in their use, then it's got to go back to being a vernacular location-based architecture. So actually it's a very smart idea.
The geothermal plant is not far away from this building.
That's another option.
Absolutely. It's rather like being on Ready, Steady, Cook, just receiving all these surprise ingredients and then somehow calmly trying to compose them into a building that is fit for purpose and has an aesthetic. Although it would be great for them to have a view, because I'm sure you could see the sea.
The challenges are admitting that we don't know everything, that it's a learning process, that obviously that we're working with a lot of different people, all with different ideas. So the challenge is going to be pooling those ideas and getting people to work collaboratively, to share their knowledge, share their learning, and indeed to remain competitive. And because there's a business ethic underneath all this, but to understand that actually the sum of the parts is greater than the parts, more or less to the Cornish message, one and all, together we are stronger.
We could create scales of glass.
This is an opportunity.
It's fantastic. It's what I came to Cornwall to change my design life for. It's really important. And, having done the first hemp house in Cornwall, this is the next level of building that hopefully will be as informative to a broader public as possible. Here at Eden, we're going to be dealing with millions of visitors every year who hopefully inevitably are going to be drawn to this project to come and learn.
Undoubtedly, we are running out of the world's finite resources, and whether you believe in climate change or not, we are getting less predictable weather. They're predictable, the sun comes up, the sun goes down, but we don't know how hot it's going to be, we don't know how heavy the rain's going to be, we don't know how strong the wind's going to be, but we do know that we're going to have to improve our new building by 100% as soon as possible.
To attract people, it needs to inspire people, and with our chief exec, who is an inspirational character, it will do that, and he's already inspired a lot of people to get involved and on board with this. So in a few years' time this will be up and running, people will be coming to the site, they'll be trying to set them up elsewhere in the country as well, and I believe that it's the start of something really big and exciting.
The great thing about Cornwall Sustainable Buildings Trust is that they want everyday housing to be more sustainable, to be more energy efficient, and actually to be a better and more pleasant place to live. And that's absolutely spot on in terms of Eden's mission and agenda.
And we all learn together.
Trying to involve everyone within the building process and really start from the grassroots up in starting a project which will then advertise everything about sustainability and building and Cornwall. It just sounds fantastic.
It's very exciting. I'm very pleased to try and be a part of this project. It's really important that all the businesses in Cornwall that major in sustainability have a platform and a voice to reach a wider audience.
We want this building to become a legacy so that all of us understand that buildings progress, they evolve much as a species evolves, and our needs evolve, but we have to learn to do more with less, and this building is going to be a sort of a living legacy of how we can do that.